Yes! 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 No! No! No!
How's it going? Welcome to another vinyl update. We got some sick shit to show you. Let me tell you, I got the biggest store yet. An absolute fucking banger of bangers. It is the almighty Intestine Baalism with Banquet in the Darkness, their sophomore release. Set this down here for a little bit. We'll get to that in a second. So recently, this one showed up for 25 euros. 25! Man, I've never bought something so fast in my entire life. And it was in mint condition, unplayed. I don't know what the hell, it was like some sort of record store that was selling it. I don't know if they like just had one in stock and they couldn't get rid of it, so they just decided to post it now. Because like it was mint condition, you know, or somebody returned it to the store. Because like, I mean, like I was searching far and wide on Google for some store to have a few one of these left in stock, and I couldn't find any, so I find it hard to believe that they had this one in stock. So I don't know what was going on there, but man, I've got it, man, and holy shit, I am so happy to have this one. So yeah, this one was put out by Nameless Grave Records in 2022, so not that long ago, you know. This one is gonna go up in a few years. I already know, because there ain't no shot in a million years this one's gonna get repressed anytime soon. So this is melodic death metal, if you don't know, but not really in the same vein as their debut album. This is more of like that traditional melodic death metal, similar to that of like, you know, At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul, for example. But I gotta say, this one blows that one away, blows it out of the water. No competition. I think it like trails off in the second half hard. On this record, not a problem. Every song is so memorable, so catchy. And also like on Slaughter of the Soul, I'm not really a big fan of the vocals. I mean, it's just pretty much impossible to pick a favorite song on this album. Man, I really love how this album, it's like definitely, they peel back on the brutal death metal a lot on this one. This one is a lot more, I guess, easy on the ears. But they do have some incredibly fucking punishing tracks, and they savor those for like first and then last, and I really like that. It like starts the album off with a bang and then ends on a bang. Just the way I like it, man. I hate it when like the album just ends on the biggest like whatever song ever, or it just like doesn't pull you in right away, you know. So they got those bases covered. Flesh for the 12th Omnipotent, man. I couldn't ask for a better opener. And it has like one of the most fucking punishing parts I've ever heard. Like the production on that is just so fierce. Oh my god, you'll know when you hear it. Like, even though this is not that brutal of a record, it's like got that part, and then like, you know, Born But Buried, pretty heavy track as well. So yeah, I can't really pick a favorite song on this one. It's just all greatness. But I do want to say at the very least that Born But Buried has like my favorite riff on the entire album. It's around the midway point, and it just let it rip, and it's glorious, man. Also, another thing that they also got covered, side B, it opens up like really well with Memory, and then into a key, man. Fuck, it's just so good, man. It's so good. Hang on, let me pull out the lyric sheet. Really nice layout as well on this one. This is all the lyrics. Really like how they did that. And we got pictures of the band and some credits. We got the main man. If it can it actually focus? There you go. Seiji Kakosaki. He writes like all the music, mixes and masters it. That's by the way a thing about this. The production is not really consistent. Some tracks don't sound like others, are not like produced in the same way. But it's because this album has been made like over many years. I think it was like 5 years they were actually doing this album, and they were just like switching out drummers left and right, trying to find a consistent lineup. So there's also a different drummer on the track The Planet. There's a different bass player. Oh, and a different drummer on The Planet right now. And I had the luck of getting the glorious red splatter one. Oh, this is awkward. Hang on, let me do this instead. Glorious red splatter one. No. Always fits the bill with a red splatter one when we are talking about death metal. There's also a gold one, which I guess goes a little bit better with the cover, but not gonna get it for a better price. I'm not gonna sit there and I'll wait for a gold one to show up. No way, man. It's just buy this and get out, man. Now I've got this album and I'm really happy with it, but the album I really want on LP from this band is of course their debut and Anatomy of the Beast. Just lost for words. I used to say that Banquet in the Darkness was my favorite, but I've been this one has been growing on me even more since then. And it's just the one that I come back to the most. It's just, this is the band's masterpiece. But there's only 250 of these on vinyl. I'm praying to the rotting Christ that there's gonna be a reissue of it at some point. Otherwise I'm gonna have to wait for a while. But if it does, if I see that thing show up, I'm buying it, no questions asked. I don't care what condition it is, what price it is. I am picking that thing up. And like, then if there's a repress of it, I don't mind it, then I'll pick that one up as well. I'm serious when it comes to this album, I want it. Got some demo material and an EP 7-inch, a demo I stumbled upon pretty recently on the Tube Ski. It just came in my recommended, and I thought it was really sick. And so I just looked it up, you know. And it turns out Extremely Rotten Productions here in Denmark, they actually released this on vinyl in 2022. Still had it in stock, you know. It is the Headrot demos and the EP 7-inch. Really fucking filthy, you know, really old school brutal death metal, really early brutal death metal here. Hadn't even heard the 7-inch, and then I was just like, it was included in the package, so I was just like, okay, fine, I'll get the 7-inch as well. But I get this thing and I put this thing on the player, man. Blew my socks off, man. This is better than the demos. Like, I thought they were great, but this is really good. And they somehow made it sound even more filthy on this one. It does come at the price of the blast being a little bit buried at times, but there's other times where I think they sound just right. And you know, you just gotta turn it up, man. Turn it up loud. That's how you're meant to be listening to this anyway. Look at that art, man. Holy shit, man. It just screams, check me the fuck out. Oh, and it's got like some really relatable lyrics on the song He's Dead, which was also on the first demo. Jesus died and I don't care. He was just a hippie with long brown hair. I wish I was there when they nailed him in the air, so I could jab his ass with a jagged spear. The Bible sucks, I hate fiction. I mean, I thought that was pretty funny. No, got me singing along. Let me say that much. But yeah, if you want to hear this 7-inch, then I guess you're sort of out of luck, because I looked it up on YouTube. There's only 2 versions of this. One of them sounds not very good, and then the other one is like the original 7-inch, I'm pretty sure he recorded it from. Because it's like most of the audio is only coming out on like on the left or the right side. I can't remember which side it was. You know, on that 7-inch I got, not a problem. You can hear everything crystal clear. Here we go. Well, I should hold it like this so you can see the Jesus on the cross, the bastard on the cross. God damn it. So the other demos, they came on red vinyls. They did come back recently and did a full length finally. I think that was back in 2016 or something like that. Haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna jam these for a while before I do so, but you know, I mean, it's been so many years, I highly doubt it's any good. The next one was a completely blind buy here. It is Deceased with Supernatural Addiction. So I knew Deceased before I bought this. I have heard Book of the Corpse plenty of goddamn times. Really love that album. Great first generation death metal album. It really sounds like nobody. And I was told that this is the best Deceased album. I hadn't heard it, and you know, Hell's Headbangers putting it out, so of course I'm gonna get a really quality release here. Slam that thing on the player, ready to fucking bang the head. And then what I got was heavy metal. Or sort of what had like heavy metal parts, at least. A lot of heavy metal parts. That was totally unexpected, but man, I just jammed it and I thought that was great. Just keep playing it and keep playing it, man. It's such a good album, this one. It isn't sort of like heavy metal, just like, you know, in the vein of Iron Maiden or something like that. No, it is. There's a lot of thrashy parts to this, and I mean, just a pinch of death metal in there. I think it's sort of like a thrash album, but you just can't really remember how it went, and then you just decided to rewrite the whole thing as a heavy metal album. That's sort of how it sounds. And this is a gatefold cover. We got the lyrics here on one side, and got a whole interview with the frontman King Fowley here about the album. Great read. Sick back cover with the guys right there. Damn. No, it's bent. No, fuck. No, my poster is bent. Oh no. Dude, I only noticed this now. I've just been sticking this. God damn it, man. My poster is fucking bent. It's because it's a gatefold, so I just stuck it in. This will straighten out just fine. Oh, I put it in the goddamn wrong way. It's because it's a gatefold cover, you know. So just hang that up immediately. That's what you get, man, for not hanging up your posters. This album opens up with the first track, The Premonition. Like, holy fuck skis, man. I couldn't ask for a better opener. That track alone, it's so good, man. A is just fucking great. Then we got on side 2, the doll with the hideous spirit. Can I fucking read? And the Hanging Soldier. Great tracks continuing this album. Then Chambers of the Waiting Blind. I mean, it's been growing on me. But I really think this song could have done with a little cut down a little bit, you know, trimmed a little bit here and there. It's got lots of great parts. I just think it drags on for a little bit longer than it should. It's like a 7-minute track, and then the closer is also 7 minutes, so it's a bit long. But I could really do if this was just a 7-minute track and then the closer wasn't as long, then I think it would be fine. It's a bit repetitive with the riff, but I kind of see what they were going for. But still, you know, keep Chambers of the Blind as it is and just like chop the closer down a little bit. Look at this thing. Look at this beauty. Damn, man. I really like how they did the sides, you know. Instead of just writing like side 1 and side 2, they wrote like Supernatural and then Addiction on the other side. So I know which one is side 1 and which one is side 2. So yeah, Deceased with Supernatural Addiction. Check this one out, man. You know, it doesn't matter what type of metal you're into, you can get into this one. Pretty goddamn sure, man. This is just an all-around great album for all the metalheads out there. Alright, we're going back to death metal for a little bit with Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten. So, sort of like, I didn't really mean to pick this album up. It was like going back to the last video I did. The Repulsing Horrified. I checked the seller's catalog and I saw he had Entombed Left Hand Path in stock. No, really wanted that one, so hey, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Pick that one up. But apparently Discogs didn't remove the ad from his inventory. They didn't remove the item from his inventory, so he didn't have it. He already sold it. So he was like, oh shit, man, you can get a refund or you can just pick another record. It doesn't matter if it's more expensive, you know. It was super nice. So I was like, alright. So I took a look again and I saw he had Effigy of the Forgotten. And I thought, you know, I mean, I'm probably gonna buy this one at some point, so yeah. And it was also slightly more expensive than Left Hand Path, so I got something off the price as well. So yeah, I do have my gripes with this album, especially like the production of it. It doesn't sound as good as it could, man. I don't like the drum sound on this. Especially the double kicks, they sound so fucking plastic and clicking. The production is a bit of a murky soup, and I normally like murky production, but it's a little bit too much. This album was ahead of its time. It was not. You couldn't make the production sound that polished when it was already like so murky, I guess. I don't think all the songs slap on this album. I think there's definitely some forgettable ones. League of Inveracity is, of course, you know, a great song. Effigy of Forgotten is alright, pretty good. Infecting the Crypts is probably my favorite track on here. Either that or League of Inveracity, probably League of Inveracity. And then on side B, it's like Mass Obliteration, Jesus Web. That's it. I think all the other songs are kind of like blends into the other ones, kind of forgettable. To be honest, like I can't remember off the top of my head, and I've heard this album a load of times, man. I would definitely say I think I like the EP more. I think overall. The EP has been growing on me, but I think like the production sounds way better on that one. That's for sure, you know. Got Human Waste as well, fucking great track. Got the guys here, all looking pretty good. Oh, see, we got the Ripping Corpse shirt. The Ripping Corpse, like, see, like online there's always that one guy who's like, Suffocation invented the slam riff. I'm just like, Ripping Corpse was doing that way back in '88. And Uncle Slam as well. Like I don't get why. Like you just because it's the first time you heard something doesn't mean they invented it. Like what the hell? Like might as well just like what's gonna be next? Somebody is saying Suffocation and then the death metal. And you best believe that Ripping Corpse Splatter Remains demo. It's on its way right now as we speak. Gonna show that in the next video. Goddammit. They're slamming, but like of course not everyone knows like demos, but like. Uncle Slam, come on man. The first track, it opens up with the slammiest riff you'll ever hear. Like sure, Suffocation, they helped popularize the slam riff for better or for worse. I guess depending on how you look at it. It was a bit of a novel idea when they did it, I get it. But they didn't invent it, man, come on. I was kind of on the edge of picking this one up because like, look at this. Classic listenable records on a gold vinyl. Don't even want to show you the full thing. Like... With this cover, like come on, that's lame. At least I like the layout on the backside, and the vinyl sounds pretty good. But like, come on, listenable records. If you're not even gonna try, just give me a black vinyl. So if you're like new to brutal death metal, this is really the album you want to start with. If you like more raw production, kind of like coming at from that angle, I think the EP is way better than this. Nonetheless, this is a great place to start if you're new to that kind of style. And last but certainly not least, we got The Priest with Painkiller. I really like this album, but I want to say, I used to say that this, I think I said that in a video actually, that this was a contender for my favorite Priest album. But I gotta say, I kind of changed my mind about that recently. I think, you know... Oh, you can't see the track listing. Can it focus? It won't ever focus. My arms are dying. Come on, focus! No, you just had it. I just think side B is way stronger than side A. You know, just like the first three tracks alone, like Nightcrawler, Between the Hammer and the Anvil, A Touch of Evil. Dude, those songs are stupid good, man. Battle Him into One Shot of Glory, that's great as well. And man, don't even get me started. If it had the bonus track Living Bad Dreams, it wouldn't even be a competition, man. It would just absolutely destroy side A, man. But this one doesn't because there's not space for it. I didn't know that was a bonus track for the longest time. I thought that was just part of the album. The side A, it's like, it's perfectly adequate, and I think it's good. I think Hell Patrol and has like parts of it I really like. Same with Metal Meltdown. Leather Rebel is probably the best song on side A. But like really Painkiller, it's like, it's the title track. And it's always the popular single of this album. But I think it's easily the weakest song on the album. Like take that song out and put Living Bad Dreams on side B instead. Do that instead, please. I guess rename the album to, I don't know, Leather Rebel. That's a sick name. Really quiet pressing and sounds pretty good, but nothing, you know, spectacular. But I like initially I was a bit unhappy with this one because I was like, sounds good, but it's not like better than, you know, just listening to it on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. But I'm kind of happy I have this one because I saw the Back on Black version. And they did it again. They did that to me too on the other Judas Priest album. Wait, it's actually Judas Priest again on like Sad Wings of Destiny, which I showed at some point, where they had the what's it called? The interlude to Tyrant. I can't remember what the interlude is called. They split that up so it's on the end of side B, and you gotta flip it to hear Tyrant. They did that thing again with like Battle Him into One Shot of Glory. Because it was like a 4 or like a 2 LP edition, and then it had the 2 bonus tracks on it. And the people were also saying that version sounded like really compressed. So, you know, I'm kind of happy with this one. Like, other than that, it's just like Sony putting it out, and then of course the original, which I guess sounds great, but that's obviously not as hard to get. Somebody needs to do a proper fucking reissue of this album. Like, all the people are gonna love it. We're talking like gatefold cover, you know, double vinyl, and then have the live version of Leather Rebel and the bonus track one, Living Bad Dreams, you know, and then do it like these saw blade vinyls, like that look like the wheels on the bike. Then there's also more of an excuse to like space out the album and the 2 bonus songs on like, you know, 2 LPs, you know, because this obviously takes up a lot of space. Make it sound really nice, give it some good dynamic range, remaster it really nicely. And then throw in a poster as well. Something, you know. There we go. That's a proper reissue of this album. Everyone's gonna pick it up. Everyone's gonna love it. Somebody do that. I guess do it when the album turns 40. Well, that's not too far away. It's in 2030. This came out in 1990. I'm pretty sure. Why am I doubting that? It is 1990. You know, somebody get on that. You know, call my ass up. I got the idea. So yeah. Anyway, that's the vinyls I feel like showing you. I still have a lot of other ones I haven't shown yet, which I picked up a long time back, but I guess we'll get to it at some point, or we don't. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.